Billy Bragg, thanks first of all for speaking to us. You've been quite vocal about your opinions on Scotland leaving the UK, and you're very pro-Scottish independence. People will find it strange why somebody who can't vote is so passionate about it.
Because it has ramifications for all of us in the United Kingdom, I think, you know. And it's better to look at the positive possibilities rather than bemoan the fact that, you know, it will be different. It will change. Worries everybody. Change is always for people to be concerned about. But I think there's a lot of positives in this for all of us. I've got no vote. You know, I'm observing this from over the border. But I do think that we in England should be discussing this, should be talking about it, should be looking at the ramifications of it, if only to understand what a modern, confident, post-imperial country looks like.
People have presented that as a negative, that if Scotland goes, it paves the way to divide the rest of the UK. So you're the first person I've heard who's actually seen that as...
How do you mean divide the rest of the UK? I mean, I think a looser federation and better devolution, the opportunity to open the whole thing up and sort of get the hood up on the British Constitution and rejig a few things so that everybody's vote counts, is something we desperately need. And the only real chance we're going to get in England and Wales and Northern Ireland is if you guys decide to become independent.
So see beyond the Scotland, England, or they're leaving because they don't like us, and it almost puts people down and makes them feel like xenophobes just because they want a bit of self-determination.
You know, I don't see any anti-Englishness in the Scottish referendum debate whatsoever. You know, I don't think that it's a huff. I don't think it's a rejection of the United Kingdom. I think it's a better way of doing things. The Scots have found that they can organise this better.
So here you're coming on and putting such a informative argument forward. That's when celebrities should get involved. I
saw the letter, the 200 celebrities. It's amazing that there could be a political petition that has both George Galloway and Sir Bruce Forsyth on it. How often do those two get together? And what do they talk about politically? But I was really, really disappointed by it. But most of all, I was disappointed by their reason. Why did they want Scotland to stay within the UK? For old lang syne. You've always been around. They have absolutely no grasp about the possibilities of self-determination and the importance of accountability. They don't know what it's like to keep voting for one particular political party and getting stuck with the other one. Of course, if Scotland becomes independent, there will be unforeseen problems. But don't walk into it expecting it's just, you're going to wake up one morning and it's going to be like, you know, sort of Bella Caledonia.
So there's no shame in 50 years' time we have a referendum, please take us back. Sorry about all that.
Who knows? In 50 years' time, we, you know, England might be saying, "Can we come and use the tartan pound or whatever you're going to call it?" This debate shows that there's a different side to Scotland, a forward-looking side to Scotland. That you know, instead of being the old enemy, we might become the new mate.
So Scotland could be the trendsetters almost for this?
Well, I think Scotland always have been. I mean, the thing about Scotland is because there's 5 million of you, you've got a big enough tax base. It's really only Scotland who's big enough to stand up on its own to England and say, you know what? This has been really, really brilliant, but I think I've got to, you know, I think I'm going to move out.
Billy, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
See you, mate.
And you, mate. Good luck with the gig tonight.
Thanks,
as well.
it'll be fine.